Good morning, my sweets. So today we have a really fun math lesson. Our learning target for today is you will be able to tell how many pennies an object weighs. So to do that, to tell how much an object weighs, we're going to use our scale. Do you remember this? This tells if something is heavier or lighter, right? So I'm going to put this down on the table, my loves. The last time you saw this, Miss Ott was using it. And we are going to find out how much an object weighs by using pennies. So I have some pennies here. Here are my pennies. Let me show them to you. Abraham Lincoln is on one side. The Lincoln Memorial is on the back. Do you remember how much a penny is worth? Yeah, a penny's worth only 1 cent. So I have just two things today that we are going to weigh. So I'm going to put my pennies here on the table. I have a cow and I have an eraser. So we are going to weigh these two things with our pennies. So do you see right here on my balance, it is my scale. My balance is balanced because this pointy part right here, do you see that? Is the same as this pointy part. Let me bring it closer to you. Both of these arrows right here are pointing right to each other. Do you see that? That's how I know it's balanced. So when I put in this cow, we're going to weigh the cow first. Watch what happens. It goes all the way down to the table. So we need to put in pennies until those two arrows match up. So count with me. Let's find out how many pennies our cow weighs. I'm going to put some of these in my hand. Are you ready? I don't know. Let's find out. How many pennies does a cow weigh? Well, my toy cow. Ready? Count with me. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not moving yet. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops, starting to move. 10, 11. Is it balanced yet? No. After 11 comes 12. Not quite. So we need a little more. After 12 comes 13. Not quite. So need a little more. After 13 comes 14. Let's see. Oh, now it's a little too much. So maybe I need to take one out. All right, so let me take one out. So maybe it's not 14, maybe it's just 13. Let's see here. All right, I think that's as close as we're going to get it. They're not quite straight up and down, but they're close. So 13 pennies. So what I want you to do now, my loves, is look up here with me. So we just did our learning target, didn't we? We were able to tell how many pennies an object weighs. So how many pennies did our cow weigh? Yeah, 13. So I'm going to write it up here. So I'm going to write 5K right here by the name because we're all doing it together. And it says I weighed. What did we weigh? What did we put down in here? This was a cow. So we're going to sound out the word cow. What do you hear first in cow? Yeah, a C. So I'm going to write a C. I weighed. Well, first I need to write the word Our sight word is just the letter A. We will learn that in a few units in reading. Cow. So I'm writing a new word, so I leave a space. You told me it was C. Ow. Two letters say ow. What does it look like? What letter does it look like I'm saying ow? Yeah, an O. O-W says ow. Ow. I weighed a cow. It weighs blank pennies. How many pennies did our cow weigh? Do you remember? Yeah, it was 13 pennies. How do I write the number 13? A teen number starts with the number, the number 1. A 1 and a 13 sounds like the number 3. All right, I'm going to draw a picture of our cow. That's what it says here. So I'm just going to draw its face. And cows have what? Well, kind of like pointy ears that stick out like this, kind of. They kind of have some horns sometimes. and their eyes, and they have their nose, right? Smile. Here's his tail and his legs. All right, there's my cow that weighs 13 pennies. I tried my best. All right, now we're going to come down here. We're going to find out who weighs more, the cow or the eraser. So here we go. I'm going to take out this cow. I'm going to dump out these pennies. I'm going to put them in my hand, actually. All right, so now our scale is balanced. Well, it will be because the two arrows are lined up. Okay, so now we're going to do our learning target again. We're going to find out how many pennies an object weighs. This time, the object is an eraser. So I have an eraser. So here we go. I'm going to put it over here. Count with me. Let's find out how many pennies an eraser weighs. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, it's starting to move. 6, 7. Will it weigh more than the cow? 8, 9. One more. 10. Is it balanced? I don't know. 10 looks like a little too many. What if we took one out? No, I'm going to say it's 10. I mean, it's not exact, but it's close. So an eraser weighs 10 pennies. So we got to put that up here on our paper now. Okay, so it says I weighed What letter says a? Yeah, A for elf. And what letter says Letter N. I weighed an eraser. E. What letter do you hear? E. Now I'm starting a new word, so I need to leave a space. I use my finger. I'm going to make an E. What letter says R? October. R. A. What letter? A. Erase. And S. Yeah. Eraser. What two letters say like in September, October, November? ER, you got it. You remember that from me and Miss Ott teaching you. I weighed an eraser. It weighs blank pennies. How many pennies did we say it was? 10. How do we write the number 10? Yep, a 1 and then a 0. The 1 has to go first. Okay, I'm going to draw my eraser. While I draw my eraser, I want you to think about who weighed more, the cow or the eraser. So you think about it. I'm going to ask you in a second. I'm going to write eraser on here. I know how to spell it because you helped me spell it. So who weighed more, the cow or the eraser? And you have to tell me how you know. Who weighed more? Yeah, the cow weighed more. How do you know the cow weighed more? Because 13 is bigger than 10. 13 is a bigger number than 10. You got it. All right, my sweets, what I would like you to do is I want you to grab your packet. You need to make sure you have your first name and your last name because we're doing pick up, drop off different. So write your first name and your last name. This page is for your mommies to see what we're doing every day. Here is Monday. You're going to go to Monday and we are going to do half of the math facts together. So you need your packet with your math facts. It says 39 up here at the top. Take this out and your pencil. I'm going to give you time to do that while I clean this up. So you have time to do that. Take out your packet, find 39, and your pencil. using a scale was fun today, wasn't it? I love doing that. All right. We're doing half of our math facts together. The other half you will do by yourself. You have to do the other half, otherwise you get those all marked wrong. All right. You should have your pencil. You should have your packet on your math fact page, and you should have your name tag, because you need to do this with me. So when you need to do this last half by yourself, you know what to do. All right. So you should be all set. I gave you time while I cleaned up. Last thing before we move on to our work, did we complete our learning target? Did we tell how many pennies an object weighed? Yes, we did. Kiss your brain. We did. We did a good job. All right. My sweets, we're only going to do half together. You are going to finish the other half. If you don't do this, you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wrong. So make sure that you do it, okay? All right, my loves, you are ready. So am I. The first thing you need to do is write your name at the top. Write your name at the top. I know your name is on the front, but you need to be used to writing your name on the top of your paper for when we go back in January. All right. Our first math fact says 5 plus 1. The first thing I want you to do right now is circle this plus sign. We're going to start circling them because soon we're going to start getting minuses. And you need to remember, what does plus tell you? Plus means you're getting more. Minus is going to tell you you're getting smaller numbers. You're getting less. So circle that plus. What is 5 plus 1 more? So where do I need to start on my number line? Now I'm going to touch number 5. You touch number 5. And how many more are we hopping? What does it say? 1. So touch 5 and hop 1 more. Ready? Go. 1. What number are we at? 6. You need to write curly number 6 right here. Awesome. The next thing, what I need you to do, the first thing we do is circle that plus. Circle your sign. 0 plus 1. What is 0 and 1 more? Well, what do you know we can do with that 0? We can cross it off. It's like it's not even there. Because if you have nothing, what number's left? 1. If you have no cookies and then I give you 1, now you only have 1 cookie. So write the number 1. Write very neatly. Okay, I take grades on your numbers too. 8 plus 1, what's the first thing I do? I circle that plus sign. My brain tells me, oh, plus means I'm getting more. I got to go bigger numbers. Hop to the right. 8 and 1 more. Where am I going to start? I'm going to touch number 8. You do it too on your number line. How many more are we hopping? 1. Hop 1 more. Ready, go. 1. What number are we at? 9. You need to make a circle and a line. Awesome. All right. 2 plus 1. What's the first thing we do? Circle that plus. 2 and 1 more. Where am I going to start? 2 and 1 more makes 2, and I hop 1 more is 3. Make sure your 3 has no loops. All right. 7 plus 1, what's the first thing I'm going to do? Yep, circle that sign, circle your plus. Tells me I'm getting more. 7 and I get 1 more. So if I touch 7, you do it too. And I hop 1 more. 1. What number are we at? Crazy 8. Write your crazy 8. Make an S. See my S and go back home. Awesome. Now we're down here. 1 plus 6. Ooh, now the 1s are on the top. What's the first thing I do? I need to circle my sign, circle that plus. Now I could start at 1 and hop 6 more, but that takes too long. I start at the bigger number, so I'm going to start at 6. Touch number 6. How many more am I hopping? 1, 6, and I hop 1 more is 7. Make your number 7. What do I need to do first? 1 plus 1. Circle that plus sign. And you know this is a double. Say it with me. Ready? Go. 1 plus 1 equals 2. You got it. Awesome. 1 plus 4. What's the first thing we should do? Circle that plus sign. All right. I'm going to start at the bigger number, 4. And I hop one more. 4 and I hop one more is 5. You got it. 1 plus 9. It's the first thing I do. Circle my sign. Circle that plus. Which number am I going to start at, 1 or 9? Number 9. So start at number 9. Hop one more, ready, go. 1. What number are we at? 10. What number goes first? A 1, and then a 0. You got it. What am I to do for 1 plus 3? Circle that plus sign. And which number am I going to start at, 1 or 3? I'm going to start at 3. Count with me. Ready? 3. You hop one more. 1 is the number 4. Awesome. You need to finish this. These are all doubles facts. You need to do this by yourself. And you need to have your mommy upload all of this. If you're not, I'm going to say you're missing it. So before we go on to our next page, what I want you to do is say the doubles wrap with me. I don't think we need to see it. We've said it so much that you should have it memorized. Say it with me. We're started at 0. Ready, set, go. Let's start at the beginning. It's the doubles, baby. Ready, set, go. It's the doubles, baby. Let's go, let's go. It's the doubles, baby. And we start with 0. 0 plus 0 equals 0. Oh, 1 plus 1 equals 2. Ooh, 2 plus 2 equals 4. More. 3 plus 3 equals 6. Kicks. 4 plus 4 equals 8. That's great. 5 plus 5 equals 10 again. 6 plus 6 equals 12. That's swell. 7 plus 7 equals 14. Let's lean. 8 plus 8 equals 16. Really keen. 9 plus 9 equals 18. Jelly bean. 10 plus 10 equals 20. That's plenty. You got it. All right, my loves, what you're going to do is turn to the next page in your packet. You will finish this. If you want to pause me and do this now, you can, or finish it at the end. But you need to do all of that. You're going to turn to the next page, 39A. We're going to do part of this together. All right. All right, my sweets, we are going to do most of this together. The bottom part you're going to do by yourself. So the very first thing you need to do is write your name at the top and then stop. Write very neatly. You should always be spelling your name correctly. Park your pencil when you're done. What number do you see at the top? A 3 and a 6. Say your little phrase with me that helps us remember. A 3 and a 6 makes 36. My turn first and then your turn. A 3 and a 6. A 3 and a 6 make 36. Make 36. Awesome. You're going to trace it 2 times. Ooh, and then you're going to write it 2 times. Ready? Go. Make sure your 3 touches the top, middle, and bottom line. All right. What am I going to do between that last 36? I'm going to draw a line. Draw a line between the 3 and the 6. Which number tells us how many full tens? Which number's in the tens place? The 3 or the 6? The 3. 10. So we're going to write a T on top of the 3 for tens. You got it. Which number's in the ones place? Yeah, that leaves the 6, right? And what letter starts the word one? What letter starts the word one? O. So you are going to write an O above the 6. I marked that wrong if you don't have that, my love, so make sure that you do this, okay? Park your pencil. It says, for number 2, our story problem, Ted counted 3 cows that were standing up and 2 cows that were laying down. Draw a picture and write a number sentence to show the number of cows Ted counted. All right, so he counted 3 cows who were standing up. Is this easy to draw? No. So instead of trying to draw a cow, we could do something else. What can we do for cow? Yeah, we can make C's. So for the cows that are standing up, let's make uppercase C's because the cows are standing up. We'll make uppercase C's. So 3 cows were standing up. Make 3 uppercase C's. Go. Whisper count. Shh. Your grown-up shouldn't be able to hear you. Park your pencil. Make sure you have 3. And then it says he counted 2 cows that were laying down. So if he counted 2 cows that were laying down, what do we need to do? Before we even draw the cows, what do we need to do? And we need to make our line. So draw your line. That shows we're getting more, right? He saw more cows. How many more did he see? 2 that were laying down. How are we to show that they're laying down? Let's make lowercase c's. Yeah, he saw 2 cows laying down, so make 2 lowercase c's. You can keep your pencil in your hand. I want you to help me write our number sentence. How many cows did Ted see first? 1, 2, 3. So we need to write the number 3. Then we need a sign. What sign do we need? We drew a line, so that means he saw more. What sign means more? A plus. 3 plus, how many more did he see? 2. 3 plus 2, what sign do I need? Equals. You need your equal sign. Well, how many did you see altogether? Let's count. Touch your paper and count. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need to write the number 5. Make sure your numbers all sit on that line. So how many cows did Ted count? How many did we say? 5 altogether. So you need to write 5 again. Park your pencil. I want you to say the pattern with me. Ready? We know these shapes. We talk about them every day in math meeting. Ready? Set, go. Circle, triangle, square, circle, triangle, square. What comes next? A circle. Take your pencil. You're going to make a circle. We practice patterns every day in math meeting too. Park your pencil. I always go back and say it. That helps me know what comes next. Say it with me again. Ready? Go. Circle, triangle, square, circle, triangle, square, circle, triangle. Here's how I make a triangle. We know how to make the letter A already. So I go top to bottom just like an A, uppercase A, but instead of going across in the middle, I connect it at the bottom. Park your pencil. We're going to say the pattern again. Touch and say it with me. Ready? Go. Circle, triangle, square, circle, triangle, square, circle, triangle, square. Take your pencil. I kind of write the number 11. two number ones, but I leave a space in between them, and then I connect it on the top and on the bottom. All right, keep your pencil in your hand. Number 4 says draw an X in the top left corner of this paper. Top left. Where's the top of my paper? Up here, right? Which side is the left side? Remember what I told you with your hands? This is my left hand. Top left is up here. Draw an X. So put an X up here. Good. The next one says draw an O in the bottom right. Ooh, bottom. That's down here, right? All right. So this is my left hand. This is my right. Bottom right. You need to draw an O down here. Put an O in the bottom of your paper. Don't put it way up here because you got to do that math fact. All right. Number 5. We're going to do these together and then your math facts you're doing alone. All right. It says write the number that is one more. So like plus 1, 7, and one more. What comes after 7 when we count? If I don't know, I can use my name tag. What comes after 7? Here's 7. What comes after it? 7, and one more is 8. The next number, what number is that? A 1 first means it's a teen number. 15. Here it is. 1 more than 15. One more is 16. A 1 and then a 6. Now, we don't have a 2 and a 5. A 2 and a 5 makes 25. This goes to 20. What comes after 25? Well, we could count at 20. Listen, count with me. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. How do I write 26? If 25 is a 2 and a 5, a 26 is, yep, a 2 and a 6. You got it. My loves, you need to finish these math facts by yourself. Our academic dean here at school, he's actually my husband, says that we need to have part of the worksheet where you do it alone to show independent learning. So you are going to finish the bottom part. You are going to finish your math facts and then ask your grown-up to upload these 2 pages, fact homework 39 and 39A to the blue math folder. I love you. Have a great rest of your day.